It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And the focus is on Elijah Mitchell, coming off an incredible effort, over 200 yards rushing. It's the 49ers and the Broncos on Sunday Night Primetime.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the Denver Broncos. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at this Bronco team. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers, it's been a great start to the season, back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. This one taken just inside the 10. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Time for our first look at the Denver offense. And, of course, the new face of the Broncos, 9-time Pro Bowler while in Seattle, Russell Wilson.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
Quickly to the air is Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And he's going to have a Broncos first down as good running gets him to about the 44. 3rd and short, so didn't need much, but got a little extra on the backside. Nice run.
Chewed up the yardage, didn't he? To me, that was offensive line with leverage, good blocking angles, taking on a stacked defensive front. And once they chopped that little hole in the beginning, he took it and rambled.
And just the 3rd play from scrimmage, wanted to avoid the 3-and-out and did just that. On 1st down, Wilson. This is Gordon on the dump off. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. To throw again on 2nd down, Wilson. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. The Broncos are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
They're going right back to Hamler. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
A torn ACL ended what was supposed to be K.J. Hamler's breakout year after just 3 games. Denver will bring him along slowly, but this is the year they fully expect him to develop into the speedy starter they wanted with their 2nd-round pick in 2020. Picks up a first down for the Broncos right there.
Now Gordon on 1st down. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. That's out to the flat for Gordon. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 7 yards there and a first down. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4-4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Wilson. A quick reaction as he catches it off the tip. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson steps away to his left. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
Well, it's been a tough go for him. These guys have been driving down the field. But defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
Flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. The catch is made, and he's going to be out of bounds, a few yards shy of the line to gain, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. 49ers offense trots out for their first series, and they're led by the 3rd overall pick for the 2021 draft out of North Dakota State, Trey Lance.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance, because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win. Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15. And they'll run. This is Trey Sermon. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. And they'll try and run for the first with Sermon. And he is going to lose yardage here. 4th down now after a loss of 2. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
On 4th down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowski to punt the football. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. It's fielded at the 45. 35 yards that time on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. So now the 2nd drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson will get that complete to Albert O. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with the tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Wilson. And the ball is knocked out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. They'll take over deep in their own end after the fumble recovery as they start 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by Sermon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Bradley Chubb came in and got him.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. See what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Over the middle, that's caught by McLeod. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker, that the defense almost relaxed and said, we got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And Denver getting set to take the field. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Here's a give up the middle. It's Gordon. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson out quickly to Jeudy. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it up the middle now. Gordon, nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. On 2nd down, Gordon once more. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. Look at the big man rumble. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are, and now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they are in an absolutely golden spot. It's 1st and goal following the fumble return. So quite a turn of events. This is 1st and goal from the 3. Sermon going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Lance on the keeper, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Trey Lance, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
Partner, it wasn't that long ago that when I talk with these NFL coaches about different innovations in the college game, you can see their eyes roll and they just shut down right away. Don't bring me that junk college stuff. Well, guess what? The college game has definitely infiltrated its way into the NFL.
Yeah, and these guys, when you're seeing the option defensively, you got to stick to your assignments. I know that's cliche. They didn't do it there.
And option football means exactly what you just talked about, assignment football for defenders. And that drives them crazy because you have to think your way through a play as opposed to just reacting and making the play.
And this will come out to the 25 as Handler elects not to return it. And coming out now, the Broncos. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Running right, it's a handoff to Gordon. And taken down just shy of the 40. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Wilson. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A couple of veterans, Wilson to Sutton there for the Bronco first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Gordon. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson sets up the screen to Gordon. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Got a man. It's Judy complete. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 9 yards on the play and a first down.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. He'll get this to Hamler over the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Gordon got to be the veteran component of one of the league's best backfields last year in Denver. Even splitting carries, he was just outside the league's top 10 with 918 yards. He also added 8 touchdowns, his 6th straight year with at least that many.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throw to the right here to Gordon. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now Wilson. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
The kick by McManus is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Lance going to throw. And the grab by Croft. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. On the quick handoff, it's Juszczyk. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Well, not a lot of flash and dash on that play. 2nd and 2, and they hand it to the big man, and he ends up picking up a 1st down. A little bit of gray area there, though, but I think what they thought, hey, we hand it to him here. If we come back and don't get it, we still got another down to try and pick it up.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Right back to Juszczyk again. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now Lance. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Broncos are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And that's checked down to Gordon. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And the Niners get there and bring him down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded at about the 28. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Lance to throw on 3rd and 1. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. Got a man, that's Ayuk. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Again, it's Lance. Able to complete this one to McLeod. And he's got this down to the 35. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. The kick by Gold is good, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin our tour up at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, where it was the visiting Steelers who were able to walk away with the road victory. Mitchell Trubisky, sharp in the victory, as his guys bounce back from a tough start to the year to claim victory number 1. From there, we'll head down to Charlotte to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium, and they were winners in that ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. Baker Mayfield leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. And finally, an early season battle in the NFC East. Cowboys and Giants from MetLife Stadium. We continue on with a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Niners. And it was a tricky half to figure out numbers-wise. They've got the lead, but you'd figure they're definitely talking about ways to get this passing game back on track. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they had a little more success than their counterparts did in the passing game, as evidenced by the numbers there.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Lance. Got an open man. It's McLeod. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort.
We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Lance, a give now to Sermon.
And he stopped immediately there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Lance going to hold on to it.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention.
We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable, but that time the defense was on to it.
And partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 24-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man coverage were so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
Throwing on first down is Lance. Touchdown! Deebo Samuel, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Niners take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. From the 6. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. So still no touchdowns allowed by this defense. They get the interception there. CD, they have been rock solid.
And at this point, I think they have to expect that they're going to see some shots taken down the field. And that was almost a desperation throw right there, just kind of hoping something good can happen, a completion, a pass interference. But this was anticipated well, and they came up with the INT.
Another carry here for the fullback Juszczyk. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
After playing like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On the option, running left is Lance. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Lance looking to throw it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
They'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Broncos are about set to go on offense. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, given 14.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 37.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They go play action with Wilson.
Albert Okuwebunam, the intended target.
They call it no gain there on the 1st down play.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And out of bounds right around the 20. Now Wilson. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he will have the Broncos 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? You got to try and go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back.
Touchdown, Broncos! Cortland Sutton, his 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos have got it back to within a score.
Brandon, what we just saw there were 2 guys who are in sync. The person delivering the ball, but especially the person running the route. Tremendous job. It results in a terrific play.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And it's up through the goalpost at 17-10. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And Cortland Sutton able to finish things off with the touchdown reception.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. San Francisco's offense returns to the field.
And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
And they'll run with Sermon to begin the drive.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
Making that play behind the line was Justin Simmons.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
They run once more with Sermon.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lance.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
And this is something you don't see too much of. Fullbacks trying to stretch the field. But he does a nice job there getting lost out in space and comes up with a really nice gain.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line.
Straight ahead, it's Sermon. Pat Surtain up to make the play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Here's Lance to throw it. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
third down. Here's Sermon. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Draw play. Here's the fullback. It's Juszczyk. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. Completes it to Samuel. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Yeah, the Niners are going to have it 1st and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
That would give to the big fullback Juszczyk. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. But that makes this a 2-score ball game. And, you know, the way this thing has been going, Charles, 2 scores kind of feels like 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, that's a great observation. It's been a heck of a battle, hasn't it? And points have been at a premium throughout this game. So you have to wonder, is this going to be too much for them to overcome?
Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. So the Broncos coming out now. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
48 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Throw over the middle, secured by Gordon. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6. Now it's Wilson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wilson. He'll go up top here for Hamler. This is caught inside the 15. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, you normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn Russ into danger Russ.
And you think on third down they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
Third and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory.
Throwing is Wilson. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. And the 49ers are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Lance now on 1st down.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole.
And Lance again going to keep it.
And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth.
Sermon now on 1st and 10.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
And we're going to stop play here at least momentarily. And looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort.
We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. First man through. It's the fullback use check.
And he's going to have a Niners 1st down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
On 2nd down, it's Sermon.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. So first and second down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Again, it's Sermon. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. So Russell Wilson and the offense down by 2 touchdowns. 65 seconds remaining. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out. He's got Gordon. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Wilson trying to urge his guys to go faster and get set at the line. Buying time to his left. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. One final kneel down here, and that should just about do it. Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, and knocked the wind out of their sails. They just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
So for San Francisco, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll return home next week to take on the LA Rams. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they'll fall to 1-2. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.